Hello Channel NITT viewers, I'm DS, your psychologist, and welcome to another episode on Channel NITT. So, just the previous episode we talked about SI blindness for the ENTJ. So I'm going to narrate in this episode an incident whereby SI almost failed me, and it's during my A-level exams for physics. So in case you're wondering what SI blindness is, it is an MBTI jargon. So all of us belong to one of 16 MBTI types, and every one of these MBTI types has a blind spot. So if you know your MBTI type, actually, you can easily Google what your blind spot is. That is your 7th function on your cognitive stack. Incidentally, ENTJs have SI as their blind spot. So do ENFJs. So of course, even amongst ENTJs and ENFJs, the blindness can actually vary in terms of intensity and seriousness. For this ENTJ, actually I am very SI blind. I have real difficulty operating machines like washing machines, photocopiers, so I tend to only use the basic functions and stick to it. Now let's go back to the video. I remember very clearly during the A-levels practical exam, the actual exam itself, there's this question whereby I have to suspend a meter ruler on two ends with two threads. So imagine this is the meter ruler. So I have to suspend one string over here and mount another string over here and mount the entire thing onto a tripod stand. And when it is horizontal, I have to swing it so that it will oscillate back and forth. So this is a very different type of oscillation experiment. Usually when you have an oscillation experiment, it's only balancing the meter ruler in the middle or from the middle, but now it's balancing it from two sides. At the 30 cm mark and the 70 cm mark, either that or 2080, I'm not sure because it's too long ago. Now, being an ENTJ, I have a lot of problem doing that. I try to tie on this end and that end. The ruler is never horizontal. It is slanted. It's slightly slanted, so it swings this way. And I'm a bit worried because no matter how many times I think I tried 3 times, and it just doesn't remain horizontal. So I decided to cheat. So as you all know, all oscillation experiments ultimately want you to find the value of g, acceleration due to gravity, which near the equator is about 9.8 or 9.81. So how did I start to cheat? I realized that I would never be able to make this ruler horizontal, so I just suspended it and mounted it on the tripod anyway, and then I use the stopwatch that I was given. I time it, I pretend to oscillate it and time it sometimes. So basically some acting was required. Periodically I will look around and see whether my classmates are doing it correctly. They are all mounting the ruler perfectly. But for an ENTJ, do know why such a simple task as in keeping the ruler horizontal or mounting horizontal, do not know how to do it. I have issues with this kind of a thing. In fact, actually I only started wearing shoelaces at the age of 17. Previously, when I go to school, all my shoes are Velcro typed, which means that you just Velcro it. So there's no shoelaces. So there are 2 different experiments I have to perform for A-level physics during my time. I do not know about A-level now, but during that time, for that first experiment, which is the oscillation experiment, I did not do it at all. I worked all the way backwards, knowing that G is about 9.8 or 9.81, so I used 9.8 as a standard for myself, and I fabricated all the values that I'm supposed to get for each of the columns and rows. So work all the way backwards, and periodically I just oscillated the slanted ruler somehow, pretended to time, and went back to create my values. So in a way you may say that this is cheating, but also you are using intelligence to navigate something that you have a difficulty with. I presume if I really did the experiment with the slanted ruler, my G value might actually be way off. I expected that it might end up to become something like 9.6, which I think I will get a deduction for if I had been honest So the cheating was actually okay. In the end, for physics, I got A. Well, there are a lot of times whereby an exam may give some students a disadvantage somehow, and this is one of them. So this is a story of how I cheated in my A-level exams. So cheating itself is a very broad term. You don't only assume that people who cheat bring in check little small formula sheets or hide them under the pencil case. Those are very cheapskate kind of cheating. So this is something that I couldn't really do, and I used some form of intelligence to navigate and overcome my circumstances. So starting from this season 7 for Channel NITT, I will be narrating a lot more personal experiences that I may not have shared previously, whether these experiences are good or bad, as long as I think that they actually serve a purpose or help you to understand ENTJs, INTJs better, then I think I will make them into a video like this one. Hope you like it. So if you have not already subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can bring you more ENTJ and fun stuff. Okay, I'm going to sign off now, and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye bye.